Hello everybody and welcome to the final. Here we are at the Sandringham Estate for Living Heritage Game and Country Fair. They are Just Wing It. Pretty much, ladies and gentlemen, the championship is theirs. They have, if I remember correctly, 170 odd points. They are the number one and they're flying the Union Jack on the back of the board there. And let's see how long those flags last as we are away in towards that opening start, and it's away. Okay then, down we go into this opening corner. This is the team Just Wing It. 29 miles an hour on the first turn here at Sandringham. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a fortuitous. It doesn't even look like they're trying that hard. You can see, however, the sand is kicking up off some of the boards there. I think the big area of concern is right in front of the commentary box. There seems to be some very soft sand there, which has been pummeled by the other activities of the year, really. Cutting through there as they go through the chicane, down through Andy's Man's Club, looking up now for the 90-degree split time, and it was about 37 seconds. Cutting across, going back towards the Free Speech Union, and looking very smooth, 22 miles an hour. Now they're going to quarter the arena and come down the centre line for the three-coned weave. Horse one side, board rider the other side. They're going to swap for the second and swap for the third. Oh, one touch there. So, one touch by the looks of it. Called by the ref. Now looking for the throttle opening up. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to start calling them home. The throttle really opening up. There we go. The full stride of one for Harry. This ex-racehorse at the speed trap at 28.32 miles an hour, ladies and gentlemen. This is some serious speeds we're going to see today for the finish line. And with a time of 85.03. That is a long race. That is a long race. I think the guys are going to have to really consider how many runs they're going to run because this arena has just 85.03 seconds of a run. This is section 89 now. So currently, Just Wing It, Just Drag are 107. Have 107 seconds to Just Wing It's 86. Now let's see what these guys did. An amazing run here last year, and it looks like they're on for it again. Look at this pony go. The ex-racehorse into the speed trap. It's going to 27.28, it says, as they make their way around that top end, and I think that's a good speed. You don't need to be doing anything crazy. 8 miles an hour on a board being towed by a horse is pretty quick. Some would say too quick as they make their way into red back boots, and we're getting to see now what this team is really capable of. This arena really affords a lot of time between gates. This is a dodgy area now as they come across the commentary box. Whoop, 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 whoop. Amazing bit of board riding there. How he managed to keep that. He made the board light. It tried to spit him all over the place. 23 miles an hour. So looking for the centre line now. And a great bit of work there from the board rider. Sitting down, pushing that heel out as they go into the three-coned weave. Horse one side, board rider the other side. Oh my word, they touched that third cone, the ball didn't fall. That is absolutely amazing. If the ball didn't fall, it doesn't count. Okay, now the throttle's open, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what this team is capable of. Making their way towards Free Speech Union and the speed trap at 26 miles an hour, it says, as they're making their call, start calling them home, ladies and gentlemen. This is a bid for first place. They've kept a good pace all the way around the course, through the finish line, with a time of 86 dead. A round of applause, and that puts them into first place by 0.03 of a second. 0.03 of a second separates first and second place, and we're only in the first rotation. Hold on to your hats, ladies and gentlemen. Again, I would like to say, board riders, course warning in front of the commentary box. Try and find a line. Maybe the line is tight. Maybe the line is tight. We have Little Indy coming out, all fire and brimstone. It's top and tails, ladies and gentlemen, and Ryan Roberts on the board, Amy Richards in the saddle, and coming back into the arena For the first time since last week, the throttle is open and they are away. Down this opening straight they go into the speed trap, and it's such a long time, 26 miles an hour. This little X-showing pony like racing his little heart out here. You see the board rider riding that outside line slightly, just pulled in now, just in front of the team, but they did it really nicely. He's making himself light. These guys, of course, in the 2024 championship won the elite on the other horse, and they also won the international. They raced out in Prague in 2023. Lovely bit of work on the 90, just cocking the leg over the ball, over the cones. I mean, it's such a unique skill to be able to ride your horse at speed at a cone and pass the cone between your leg and the horse's body whilst towing a board rider. And Amy gets this down all the time. Look out for it here as well. She'll probably... Oh, no. Oh, massively fast weave though. Board rider really working hard, had to dig in that little bit. But now we've got this little pony, ladies and gentlemen, is off she goes. All the way now for this amazing lap of this arena. Flat out into the corner, and I'm still talking 25 miles an hour as they make their way around to Free Speech Union and Bruco Marketing Corner. Call them home, it's going to be close. At the time of 89.67. Wow, these are huge times. Absolutely huge times. This is going to come down to stamina. 89.67 will put them into third place once it updates. There we go. And so section 89. Okay then, so ladies and gentlemen, limited edition 2022 team champions. Aidan Beamish won on Chill Winston in 2023. And Lloyd Crabb has raced on the international squad as well, as has Paddy the horse. Another ex-race horse, and making their way down this epic straight. Speed trap didn't go off. That's a shame. It doesn't look too crazy fast. He's got a race in a minute, so after his race. Yeah. And making their way now across towards Redback Boots. Paddy raced out in Denmark with us at the Danish Warm Blood Stallion Show. Where she put in an absolutely sterling performance. Bit of a downward hill off the chicane there. Now, let's see how this board rider handles it. He's gone wide. That's the line for the board riders, staying wide and staying out of it as they make their way over towards the Free Speech Union corner. Aidan Beamish, one of the lightest board riders in the championship. He does really well on wet ground because he doesn't put a lot of pressure into the board if he can help it. He tries to make it hover, as he describes it, because he's a bit of a board riding Jedi. As they go through the weave, it's a lovely bit of work. That was and Paddy can really weave, as she's just shown us. Looks like there might be a couple of black clouds coming. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're into the first rotation. Let's call this team home now. Flat out for this speed trap. What's Paddy got in the tank? 27 through Free Speech Union corner, and maintaining that pace all the way around the top end of the ring, and for the finish line with a time of 88.45 seconds. Wow. Absolute wow. The 88, that puts them into third place. They are... Okay, so the guys are just checking the course. A course warning in front of the commentary box. No other course warnings at this time. So just the guys just having a quick look around. They're so aware of how this ground is breaking up that they want to just make sure that it's in the best condition it can be. So, section 89, currently in the lead by 0.3 of a second. Just Wing It in second place by that same difference. Then we have Limited Edition in third place, 2.45 seconds away from the section 89 Just Wing It battle. Top and Tails in fourth. They are 2.2 seconds away from Limited Edition. If I'm getting this right. Yes. Getting another course warning. Where, sorry? Course warning at the top gate Bruco Marketing corner. Okay, Horseboarding International banner up there at the top, where the very top apex of the corner, there's also been a course warning put on there. Yeah, so everywhere from Andy's Man Club into the 90 degree is a course warning as well. For the board riders, seems fine for the horses at this stage. It's the board riders that's the main concern. So this is section 89 now, currently sitting in first place by 0.3 of a second to championship leaders and probably the championship winners, Just Wing It. And all year this team's been building up, ladies and gentlemen. I can't express it enough. Last year here, look at this pony fly down the arena. She's not touching the floor. 30 miles an hour into that first turn, and we can really see the speed that's building up now. And making their way through this centre line. Do you need to move this? Do you want that one? And then give me that one to look at. Okay. So going into the chicane they go. Oh, they missed a gate there. That's a 4-second penalty to add. That's going to be a bit tricky when you're fighting for 0.03 of a second. Ooh, big bit of work there from the board rider. He was closer to the edge than that old story of a fly using a razor blade. Now looking for this centre line and for the 3-coned weave. Horse one side, board rider the other side. And a miss there again. 2 misses so far. A little bit too quick for the pony. The pony didn't feel like it wanted to jump in for that 3rd cone. But nevertheless, this is what happens when you start building up the speed. That's what makes this game so hard. It has to be perfect. The throttle coming off, 24 miles an hour. They know with 2 misses. I mean, 2 misses is just a crazy amount. 78 seconds on the clock so far. So would this time have helped them through the finish line with an 83-62 round of applause? Yes, it would have helped them. That would have given them a 3-second lead had they not have got 2 misses due to inaccuracy. But a big round of applause for section 89. That shows how quick this can be. Limited edition are making their way into... Okay, just hearing from the officials, next rotation is elite only, so the elites will be reloaded and fired straight back out again. Advanced intermediates. Here we go. This is not Just Wing It. This is limited edition, and they go into the speed trap at nothing. They didn't get picked up the last time. They must be using some sort of stealth technology as they thunder around that far side of the arena. Paddy, this ex-racehorse, and it is under the tutelage of Lloyd Crabb, and of course Aidan Beamish, their world record holder, Aidan Beamish. And this looks like a very serious race now as they come down this side. Ooh, a little bit of slipping away there as the bank just slid away. Nothing too serious for Aidan. He handled it. He stays out of the rough stuff, but keeps strong on the handle, which is dragging him around as he tries to launch his shoulder out of the socket. 20 miles an hour now, looking for the centre line. You watch out for that tail and anything that's dropping. Horse rider just moves. Good work from the board rider there. Very aware of where the tail is. Moving the rope over. Oh, no. And release. Okay, then. So, crash there. Wiping out the cones. Look at the state of those cones, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my word. A round of applause for Aidan Beamish there. Pushing the limit and finding the edge. Into the 3rd rotation. It is elites only, just to keep the arena sort of on track. And this is the team of Just Wing It. Obviously Harry feeling very confident of himself and wanting to... Tom says number 1. They've got a 0.03 hill to climb. 300th of a second separates first and second, and they want it. They want that first place, and they are away. This is really fast, ladies and gentlemen, through the speed trap at 32. I thought it was going to be faster. If I'm honest, I looked for a 34. That just changed to 33, didn't it? Yeah. Wow. So 33. We've matched the national record ever anywhere in horseboarding. So and a great bit of work there. See the horse rider now ducking and diving through. these gates. No flying changes there. Board rider slipping away down that little bit of an incline as they look for this 90-degree split time at 35, but 1 second penalty to add. Board rider doing okay now. Looking for the speed trap once again. 22 miles an hour through Free Speech Union, and now looking for the centre line. Horse one side, board rider the other side, and it's on a manual time, ladies and so, 3-coned weave, horse rider, lovely bit of work there, brilliant work. Okay, so manual time, as the teams now, the throttle opens up once again, one for Harry, thundering down this straight as they go into this speed trap. Let's see what it's, 29, 31, 32, and accelerating as they went around that corner, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a massive round of applause for one of the best races of the season. It is Just Wing It, showing everybody why they are the championship leaders. And that was, apart from the one touch, that was devastatingly good. Now, let's just get the time. There's a manual time. 8409 with a touch. That's with a touch. So it was 8309, but it's 8409, which means that they have now a 2-second lead on section 89. So they'll be very happy with that. I mean, that was like a martial artist's demonstration of, you know, putting your head through a brick wall sort of excellence, shall we say. And section 89 they've got all the elements, but they're not necessarily, they're not firing on that many cylinders with that much precise. You know, Just Wing It are a highly oiled machine at this stage of their horseboarding career, and section 89 have that. But do they have it to that level? Now we go with Just Drag, not to be forgotten about, into the speed trap at 26 miles an hour. This team raced here earlier in the year and had a fantastic race with section 89. Really did well, all the way up to 30 miles an hour. And Sean, the board rider, as they go through Redback Boots, Sean, the board rider, actually has a undefined neurological issue, which means some days he finds it difficult to walk. However, the board riding and the adrenaline from it seems to help him with that. Ooh, he nearly went straight into the 3 cones of the 90 degree. He got one touch and then he got a miss. 100%, 21 miles an hour. That would have been a spectacular crash had he not made that adjustment at the last second. Now looking for the 3-coned weave. Horse one side, board rider the other side. Lovely work from the horse. Oh my word. Give the horse a round of applause. And nice work on Emily as well, allowing the horse to do the work in the weave. That's the best weaves that you ever find, is when the horse does it. The throttle's opening up and you see this horse is quick. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be 30 miles an hour. Another round of applause as they make this final turn. And it's a good bit of work for the finish line, and with a time that cannot be dismissed, with 1 touch and 1 miss to add. So the time was 88.98, with a 30 mile an hour dropped in there, with 1 touch and 1 miss. Which seems that's an extra 5 seconds on that, making it 93. Which is fast, 93.98, keeps them in 5th place, 3.31 seconds behind Top and Tails, who are 2.2 behind Limited Edition, who are 2.4 behind Section 89, who are now, they are about 2 seconds behind Just Wing It. Okay then. Okay, so the throttle is open and they are, look at this pony run. These are the absolute 30. Oh, I thought it was going to go more, but if 30 is enough, 30 is plenty enough. If you're riding aboard whilst being towed by a horse as they come across this centre line, they're looking for 2 seconds, and so far it's clean. So are they going to be able to pull this out of the bag as they go into the chicane? They've been working towards this all year, ladies and gentlemen. Good bit of work there. I love the way the horse has this active deceleration and it manages to keep the tension in the handle. Board rider, lovely bit of work. He stayed on the inside as well. He could have got thrown out there, but he managed that slide. Lovely. 22 miles an hour through Free Speech Union and now looking for the centre line. Horse one side, board rider the other. Go! We're getting it from the ref. The ref says a miss. The ref says a miss. Okay, then. That is such a shame. It's just the horse is going that little bit too fast to feel confident to get back in. Board rider squirreling then. Really nearly came unstuck, but the throttle's opened for Free Speech Union. 29. Here they go. Around the top end of the arena. This is absolutely brilliant. Through to Bruco Marketing Corner and for the finish line. Go, go, go. A round of applause at 82-12. With a 4-second penalty makes it 86-12, which is basically not their fastest time, unfortunately. But they stay in second place. Just Wing It, but they would have been Just Wing It had they got that weave right. And that so last race, ladies and gentlemen. It is going to be limited edition. And making their way in. These guys currently sitting with 88.45, currently sitting in second place. They have a bonus point, as do Just Wing It at the moment, so they both will walk out of this heat, if it stops now, with 11 points each. Speed Trap, 27 miles an hour, and you can sense the difference in the timing for how quickly they're getting to that speed trap for those horses that are coming in at over 30. But these guys really understand. It's not about getting the high speed traps. It's about maintaining that speed all the way around, not slowing down anywhere. That's what this team tries to do, so that they just, it's a classic technique that's worked for a lot of people. Board rider taking a wide line there, right in front. Good work, staying out of the divots, and there are starting to become divots now as they go through Free Speech Union. 20 miles an hour, looking for the centre line and the 3-coned weave. So here we go. Lovely work. The horse doing so much. 2 strides, flying changes between the cones. That's how you do it. And the best way to do the weave is let the horse do the weave. Don't try and tell them. They know what they're trying to do. Throttle really opening up now. It's going to be quick. It doesn't go off. They're just so tight to that speed trap, I imagine. So, ladies and gentlemen, call their home. They're going for first place, and this is going to be very tight. It's 80 seconds on the clock. 81, 82. Manual time. 81.87. Limited edition going to first place. We have a review on the chicane. So they go into first place. Ladies and gentlemen, we're just asking the computer. Please behave. In the elite, we have Just Drag in 5th, Top and Tails in 4th, Section 89 in 3rd, Limited Edition in Limited Edition in 1st, and Just Wing It in 2nd. Sorry, so I have to do that. We'll explain why. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for staying with us for the hour. We will be back later on at 4 o'clock. Of course, there are many things to see and do around the showground. Too much to see in one day, some might say. So let's have a big round of applause for all the teams of Horseboarding UK.